The Gymnastics Samurai is about a former silver medalist male gymnast who has a daughter, he's a single father, and has a shoulder injury. And because of that, and the fact that he's been putting in very lackluster performances over the past 4 years since his wife died, he is being forced to retire by his coach. But on the day of his announcement for his retirement, he decides he just doesn't want to do that, and so he's not going to do that. So he ends up going to physical therapy, and then after resolving his issues with his coach, they decide that he is going to re-enter gymnastics just to give it another go and, do his best, make his daughter proud, that kind of stuff. There is also a subplot about one of the people who work with him in gymnastics, one of the fellow gymnasts, who has a thing for a gyaru that works at the bar that the main character's mother works at, or owns, I should say. And there is also a ninja who's actually a ballet dancer from another country who ends up crashing at their house, and there's a whole subplot about getting him into ballet. What I will say is you would assume that because the main character has been out of his game in gymnastics and because the ninja's out of his game in ballet, that there would be sort of like a parallel progression to their story arcs, but the two never, they're more parallel than I normally mean in that they literally never meet at any point. They kind of have nothing to do with each other. They sort of inspire each other, but there isn't too much of a link to that. The gyaru romance subplot is very understated. It usually just pops in and out once or twice every few episodes. You do get a solid resolution to that. What I will say is that the gyaru is by far my favorite character in the show, because when you first appear, you assume she's going to play into the gyaru stereotypes of just being a sort of like dumb bimbo character, but she is one, the smartest character in the entire show, and two, she is a complete badass that like 1v1s a secret agent at one point. Absolutely awesome. I love her. The main character's relationship with his daughter is super cute, and I enjoyed watching their interactions, and to be honest, I don't really have any major complaints about Gymnastics Samurai. What I will say is that this show is weirdly easy to watch. Like, it's the kind of show where I was watching and I didn't even realize how much time was passing. I remember I was watching it, and I watched this all, I think, in one sitting, and I looked over and I'm like, I'm on episode 8. How did I get to episode 8? I swear I was on episode 2 like 5 minutes ago. It's a very nicely flowing, very smooth show. The big thing about why I can't really put it any higher is that although it's a good show and I do like the characters and it doesn't really do anything wrong, it doesn't do anything too stand out, too crazy, too memorable. It's a nice, pleasant experience, but it's nothing that's going to stick with me, or anything that I would honestly, I think, even want a sequel to. Twitch and Discord in the description. I've been Sacrobolic, your envoy of hope. Bye-bye!